Super. Water, sewer, anything else? Same? Good. Okay, thank you. Now, legislator Kern from the St. Lawrence County Legislature wants to give us an update. Rita?
Hi there. So as you know, what you've seen, sales tax is ahead of what we had budgeted for this year, and probably ahead of what you budgeted for this year. I know the buying power is not the same, but the, I think we were $2 million ahead for this quarter. So you'll see that come out, and we're kind of waiting to see what this next month is going to give us, because that will reflect all of the fishing tournaments, everybody being in town for all of that. I know we did see what we felt was going to be a bump from that, and probably from the mega region, there would be something. So that's where we are with sales tax. We announced last night that we're looking at doing a county-wide food pantry. Right now, many of the food pantries around our county buy from Onondaga County's food pantry. And we wonder if perhaps we might be able to do our own county-wide buying, which would save us money, it would consolidate things, kind of streamline the food getting here, and there'd be a lot less trips back and forth to Syracuse if we could just get people to like ship to us from Albany. And there's a component from farm to table too that we're trying to work on with the assembly people that are involved in that. So I'm hoping what that will do, they say that it can increase your buying power to like $1 buys about $5 from the USDA if you consolidate it all as one piece in accounting. So I'm hoping that will sort of answer this need that we're having with inflation and other things. It's early, but I think it's our best shot at keeping people
Absolutely.
fed.
It's very good.
So I'll be back to you as we go, because every town, every village has like their own food pantries. And just if you know of any, if you can make a list, because I might not have them all, or I might not know them all, like right from who I've interacted with. So we're kind of reaching out to the churches and stuff, that I'll be reaching out to them to see who has what. But if you have any that you know of in your village, in the town of Massena, please let me know, and we'll go from there. But I couldn't see a reason why anybody would say, no, getting more food is not better.
Absolutely.
So
I believe I have a St. Lawrence County list from the school district, if you want me to email that to you.
Please, thank you. That would be wonderful. I just think that that's going to be our biggest need. We have additional heat personnel this year, because we know heat is going to be an issue. But the food pantries, I think, are going to be hit hard. So do you have any questions about anything else that's going on in the county?
Not right now. Maybe after Saturday we might.
What's going on Saturday?
Auctions.
Oh,
So,
yes.
talk to you then.
Well, can't you see where you are?
If we were bidding, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's what I was wondering. And I saw your other email, Steve sent me a copy,
Yeah.
and I always feel bad about that.
Yeah, so, the auction, the county auction is up for, and there's obviously some people, it was one of the tough things when I was at the county to deal with. It is what it is, but with the auction now, it used to be you could go up and pay your taxes the day of the auction, and it would be pulled. Now it's
Because they're
30
online.
days prior.
Really? Oh my.
And I have, and it comes down to what the treasurer says, right? So we'll go to the treasurer and we'll be like, hey, can we do this? And she'll be like, no, we're not doing it.
So,
That explains a couple of properties.
yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Were people notified of that change, homeowners?
This change has actually been on, we went to the online auction, I think, my last year. So roughly 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Or they were making
voted
the
on it.
change, we made the
Yeah.
change.
And then the first year was 2018,
Yeah.
2019. So in some ways, it works well. You have fewer people that bid and then never show up to take the property. Oh, that's the other thing, is we have a number of properties in the county that are considered blighted. Like somebody will bid $2,000 on the house, they go look at the house after they buy it. You know, they either walk away from the auction or they rent it for a few years and don't pay their taxes. So 3 years later, it's back on the auction block for taxes. So we have a fund we put together, and for those properties that are continual auction cycling clears, we will be torn down with that money.
Yep.
And you'll be getting rid of the
I can
places
think
that
of
really.
two right now.
Yeah, and you know, I think one of those is on the auction.
Could be, yeah.
If you looked at the book, but anyways, but that's all I have. I just wanted to let you guys know, and I'll be back next month, and,
Sounds good.
okay?
Thank you so much, Rita, I appreciate it.
Everybody have a good day.
Moving on, we're under old business now, and we're looking to approve the bid design for the water main crossing on, sorry. Initial public comment period. Anyone wishing to address the village board may do so. Please state your name. Limit to 4 minutes. Anyone online? Seeing none, I'll close the initial public comment period and move on to old business. We're looking for the approval for the bid for design of the water main crossing on the South Main Street Racket River crossing. Entertain a motion for this.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Levere, second by Mr. Carvel. Marty, you want?
Yeah, so, in July 19th meeting, I discussed this with the board, to move forward with getting an engineering firm to do the design, because that's what New York State DOT was requiring to. So, I contacted a couple engineering firms, and I felt Wright Pierce was the firm that really wanted to step up and take on this project for the village of Massena. I felt like they were going to be there when I needed them, and I wanted to set them right up with New York State DOT so that they can get their request right up front, so when they do their design, they'll know what the state wants, and it can move the project forward.
Super.
They'll be working like hand in hand with the state, I mean, they have.
Well, that's what I'm, right, I'll have to get in touch with Will from the state and have this firm, be engaged with them so that we know, what the state wants. We still gotta wait for, the state to say yay, but, if we're working with them, I feel we got a better chance of yay than nay, so.
What budget line was that?
Pardon me?
What's the description for that budget line referenced in the memo? Kevin, do you know?
So that's under the capital project, under the water fund, the 900. So I discussed with you the other day.
900.
Yeah, it's in the 900 fund.
Yeah,
You don't budget to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typically, you spend out of it, and then we transfer to
Okay.
cover that cost, whatever it's gonna be.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Where is this firm from? Is there a local firm or what?
actually, it's an individual that, I think he lives in Potsdam. I think the office is, he's online right now, Mr. Hickey, if you'd like.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin,
Hickey, yep.
yeah.
Good guy.
Well,
It's the
you've dealt with him before, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
Were there any other bids, Marty?
Yep, there was Tisdale's. And I have all that, I didn't get it to you on time, I got it right here, packets I'll give you.
Significant difference in cost?
There was about 10 grand difference in cost. There was.
Higher?
This one right here is higher. But when I looked at what we needed, the other one was not going to be, it's not their specialty is bridges, hanging the water main on bridges. So that's why when I got approached by Mr. Hickey and he gave me a proposal that thick, and the projects they've done, it's basically what we're looking to do. And in the long run, yes, it's more money, but I think we're gonna have a better product when we're said and done, so.
Don't need it to break again.
No, please no. Good. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Next, we move on to new business. First off, we have the resignation of the court officer Matthew Shantosh. I'll entertain a motion.
Whoa.
Moved by Mr. Carvel, second by Mr. Lemire. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a motion for the appointment of Hayden Demir St. Hilaire for the patrol officer at the Messina Police Department. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Lemire, second.
Second.
By trustee Carvel. Discussion.
I know this kid, but I know who he is.
Great.
I think he's a
Good
good,
kid.
good pick.
Yeah, he's a nice baseball player, coached against a really great guy. Yeah. Anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have an appointment of Mr. Tim LaRose to the Messina Housing Authority Board of Commissioners.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Lemire, second by trustee Carver. Mr. LaRose also serves on an ethics board for us, doesn't he? Or he did? He did. Does. He does.
I'd have to look it up.
He does.
We haven't utilized that word.
I know, but he actually was on it, so. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, we have a proposed resolution to authorize the agreement with the Standard Medical Testing Services, to provide medical services to the Village of Messina, January 1, 2023, so through December 31st of the same year.
That's a move.
Moved by trustee Winston, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Carl. Questions, discussions?
With the two other facilities contacted on this, or?
They were significant. We used to have a shared service agreement with the hospital, and once they privatized, we could no longer continue that service agreement. We implemented or went with Mountain Medical last year, and have not contacted Well now. They just sent the renewal.
Got good service for them?
Yeah.
It's a proposed resolution, so it's a roll call vote. Trustee Winston,
Aye.
trustee Carvel, trustee Lemire,
Aye.
and I am aye. Okay.
I was hoping to forget.
Next up, we have the resignation of Mr. Justin Niles from the municipal training officer. We need a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Lemire, second by trustee Carvel. Discussion?
I just have one thing, it's only from the municipal training officer position.
I was gonna say,
not
that
from the
pause
village.
had a little dramatic.
Yeah, no,
I was like, what,
What?
did I
Just-
misread the memo?
No, that's just one of the, it's just kind of one of the extra added duties that he's taken on for a few years. It's, there's a lot that the state requires, so he's gonna step down from that position.
Sorry, Justin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, we then have the appointment of Tyler Movena,
Close enough.
close enough, in the ballpark, as a municipal training officer.
That's a move.
Moved by trustee Winston, second by trustee Carvel. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, I need a motion to approve the bids for the water distribution materials.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Lemire, second.
Second.
By trustee Carvel. Discussion? Questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on, voucher warrants.
I move that the voucher warrants signed by Mayor Paquin, trustee Winston, and myself be approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Monthly reports, anything from firefighters, code enforcement?
Nothing extra to add.
Thank you. Squad, we just talked about it, all that, we're good there. The Explore Messina monthly progress report, anything?
No, they did an amazing job
Uh-huh.
with the Rock in the River event.
Yeah.
If anyone was able to get out there, it was just phenomenal to see
Yeah.
not just the job well done, but all the people out there. And they did do a survey on why they were out there. I assisted them a little bit with the survey development, so they're currently digging through all of these holes and everything, so.
Great. Thank you. Communications correspondence?
I just wanted to say briefly, I attended Eggs and Energy Breakfast at the Elks Lodge last Thursday it was put on or sponsored by Liberty Utilities. It was very informative, as everybody can expect, or may have already heard, but natural gas prices for this year are gonna be going up just shy of 20%. So what they said was, it'll be going up an average monthly increase of $30, give or take. They're exploring other options, renewable natural gas, which is being produced locally, local farms. I don't really understand the process, but they take the
Methane?
methane and then they clean it and then they inject it back into the lines. And they're exploring hydrogen energy options, and they've also created or they're going with a new program. It's called Customer First now, and it gives a whole lot of opportunity, and it's basically a customer service portal, but there's additional and special payment plans available out there, and they're doing their best. And it was actually very informative, especially because I had no idea pretty much anything. I didn't know that you could create methane, local farmers, but, yeah. Or how the whole natural gas process works. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of clear. They explained it further.
Anything else? All right, thank you. Closing public comment period. Anyone wish to address the board? Okay, close that. I do need an executive session for contractual issues.
So move.
Moved by trustee Levere, second by trustee Carville. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Chief and Marty and Aaron, you should stay.